Book Summary. Treatise of Self-help, Bhagvad-Gita, Treatise of Self-help by BS Murthy. The Treatise of Self-help by BS Murthy presents the Bhagvad-Gita not primarily as a spiritual or religious text, but as an unmatched treatise of self-help and a mirror of human psychology aimed at achieving human excellence and liberation. The central premise of this rendition is the restoration of the Gita's original, secular character by meticulously removing 110 interpolations that accumulated over 2 millennia of oral tradition. These insertions are criticized for muddying the pristine philosophy, breaking the structural economy, and, most damagingly, legitimizing the inimical caste system while upholding priestly perks and prejudices. By bypassing these accretions, the text aims to appeal to skeptics and provide clarity to adherents. Key philosophical stance: the Gita as practical wisdom. The author contends that the public perception of the Gita as solely a spiritual tome has deterred many from approaching it. Instead, the work reestablishes the Gita on its twin tracks of spiritual ethos and philosophical outlook, emphasizing its universal appeal focused on human emancipation rather than religious conditioning. The philosophy is meant to help one imbibe the right attitude to lead life, not merely buttress religious dogma. The Gita's philosophy is positioned as the seal of the Hindu wisdom, separating the ritualistic chaff from the spiritual grain that evolved through the Vedas and Upanishads. Lord Krishna's discourse to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is seen as a straightforward, man-to-man talk intended as a ready reckoner for immediate comprehension and application, not an assignment in spiritual intricacy. Challenging traditional views. The summary highlights several specific challenges to conventional interpretations. Anti-ritualistic thrust. The original Gita, through the concept of nishkama karma, disinterested action, is critical of the ritualistic aspects and expectations from the Vedas. The interpolations such as S9, S16 of CH3, and S24, S32 of CH4, advocating rituals and Brahman preeminence, are identified as attempts by the priestly class to dilute this anti-ritualistic message to protect their temporal power and perks. Caste system refutation. Verses like Chatur Varniyam Mayasrustam, S13, CH4, and S41, S48 of the concluding chapter, which assign duties based on caste, are exposed as clear interpolations. The author argues that these lack continuity of argument and contradict the Gita's overarching secular philosophy, suggesting they were inserted to sanctify the Aryan caste credo. Divine revelation versus philosophical discourse. The treatise invites readers to deliberate whether the Gita is Krishna's unrivaled divine revelation or Vyasa's philosophical discourse non-pareil, noting that the traditional postscripts claim the Gita bears the knowledge of the Upanishads, which were works of man. The core message: detached action and self-realization. The Gita, thus refined, emerges as a profound guide to detached action, karma yoga. Chapter 2, All About Life, is described as the spectrum supreme of the kaleidoscope of wisdom, focusing on dispelling the unwarranted fear of death by stressing the transmigratory nature of the spirit, enlightening man about his duty, dharma, elaborating on the precepts and practices of detached action to overcome attachment. Ultimately, the goal of the Gita is to afford man a contemplative mirror to view human nature, including their own, leading to the path of duty without attachment. Title: Bhagavad-Gita, Treatise of Self-help. Author: BS Murthy. Availability: the digital copy of this book can be obtained at https://ebook-mecca.com/index.php ? Topic =321.0